So you finally decided to upgrade your old slow computer to something a little more peppy, and now you have an old computer just laying around, sitting in a closet, or collecting dust in your garage. But now the question is, what do you do with it? Well, you can toss it in the trash, but that's not really good for the planet. You could sell it, you could donate it, but both of these are going to require you to make sure that you remove all of your personal data before that computer ends up in somebody else's hands. Or you can do the responsible thing and take it to a local e-waste facility for proper disposal. Or if that computer still works, in my opinion, the smart thing to do is to keep it as a spare. And today I'm going to give you a handful of reasons, actually a couple handfuls of reasons, why you should. Now, some of these suggestions are things you may have already thought about, and some of them may just be new and creative ways to use that old computer. Hi there, I'm Scott Merrill. I've been fixing Windows PCs for almost 35 years now. One of the things I do on this channel is to help people diagnose Windows problems and solve them. But one of the things I love to do is make recommendations for people who don't know any different. So whether it's a laptop, desktop, printer, hard drive, modem, whatever, if you want a personal recommendation, send me an email to the address on your screen and put recommendation in the subject line. I'll do my best to point you in the right direction to help you find exactly what you're looking for. It's 100% free and it could save you a few bucks. Number one on the list is if for some reason your new computer loses internet connectivity, you may need to get online to get a driver for that wired or wireless network card to get back online. If you have a spare computer, no big deal. You go online, you download the driver, you copy the driver back to the new computer, and you're back up and running. I did make a whole video about exactly how to do this. I'll put that right up here for you and check it out. Number two on the list is no more community computer. Now your friends or guests have a computer to use if they want to come over and get online, and it keeps people off of your computer. And if you have kids, you know how often they need to get on to do homework and things like that. And every minute they're on the computer, they are taking away from your time on it and could potentially cause harm to that nice new toy that you got. So keep it a spare, give it to anybody who needs a computer when they come to visit, or use it as leverage for your kids. And it doesn't cost you anything. A spare computer is a perfect, free, simple, easy to use backup solution for your existing computer. You can simply map a network drive and copy files directly from your computer across the network to a hard drive on this other machine. With just a couple clicks, you can literally send everything in a particular folder to that drive, and you will always have a good, reliable backup. Have you found yourself stuck with a non-working or possibly pirated copy of Windows? Well, thanks to today's sponsor, Keysfan, you can be up and running again and 100% legal in about 10 minutes for less than $10. An unactivated copy of Windows prevents you from personalizing your computer. And if you want to upgrade your Windows 10 to Windows 11 now or down the road, you're going to need an authentic product key to do that. Use code AYCG50 to get 50% off Windows 10 or Windows 11 licenses. Use code AYCG62 to get 62% off Office 2019 or 2021. The purchase process could not be simpler. Simply search for the version of Windows or Office that you're looking for, add it to your cart, make sure you apply your coupon code, and within 10 minutes you'll have an email sent to you with a new product code. Go to your email and select the product key, go to Windows Activation Settings, type or paste your product key, click Next, then Activate, and you're done. Now, back to your video. Now, pretty much all of us at some point or other have a friend who is in dire need of a computer because they maybe don't have the money to buy a new one and they need it to look for a job online or something along those lines. So it's a very philanthropic thing to do, is to just say, here, use my computer. It's my old one. Keep it as long as you need. It gets it out of your house and it gives you good karma. Spare computers are also good to display slideshows or if you just want to flex for your friends. Just hook it up to a TV or a monitor and off you go. You can also use that spare computer to set up a Plex media server, so you can easily watch all those DVDs that have been sitting in a box or collecting dust on a shelf right there on your TV. Maybe you've heard a friend talk about this Linux operating system and how it's so much better than Windows, but maybe you don't want to try it on your main computer and you don't want to deal with all of that. You have a spare computer, you could absolutely run Linux on it, and you never know, you might actually enjoy it more than Windows. And the added bonus to Linux, if you did want to try that out, is it will run pretty darn good on old hardware. So don't think just because the computer is old and slow that it can't be a fully functional machine when you install the right operating system on it. Now, everyone at some point is going to end up having to have their computer serviced, and having a spare machine And certainly one that has a copy of your data on it is going to mean that even if you have to send it in for servicing and you're out a few days, you will not be completely unplugged. And yeah, for the most part, most people use their mobile phones for just about everything, but there are a lot of things that you really need that computer screen for, bigger screen, and having a spare machine means you can always just go grab it out of the closet and plug it in, start using it, and then when you get your new computer back, everything is right in the world. This one may or may not appeal to you specifically, but throwing away computer, even though it is not technically illegal, and it may be illegal in certain states, but federally it's not illegal, but it's just a good idea to not throw it in the trash, because there are a lot of harmful chemicals and materials inside your computer, and when they go into a landfill, that contaminates the ground. Computers have lead, mercury, cadmium, PVC plastics, all kinds of stuff that can endanger the environment. And with the world being so polluted already, it's just a good idea to not do it. And my number one, last, and final reason why you should always keep at least one working spare computer in your home is if you have a problem with your Windows operating system on that brand new shiny computer you have, and you don't have any way to recover Windows or get back into your computer, the only option you may have is to reinstall Windows. And guess what? If you don't have a Windows installer disk, you can't do that. Having a spare working computer means you could go to that computer, create that Windows installer disk, turn around, plug that disk into the new computer, and be back up and running in Windows in just a few minutes. It is absolutely imperative that you either have a Windows installer or a machine that allows you to create one. And I made an entire video about how to do that. And if you want, you can watch it right up here. Guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Let me know down in the comments what other kind of creative and interesting ways you can think of to use a spare computer. Again, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.